Hello, my dears. Okay, so we are on video number 3 in this series, and we are talking about how to uplevel your leadership and your consciousness. And so, if this is the first video you're watching, you stop this and go back to the first video because the things that we have covered are very, very important. In the first video, we covered how to locate yourself on the map of consciousness and determine where you are and set an intention for who you want to become. So it's super, super important. And in step 2, we talked about how to rapidly increase your awareness levels and the tools that you could be using. So step number 3, and this is going to be a little bit spiritual, and it may and may not make sense to you, but what's really important is to recontextualize your life and start looking at life from a place of love versus from a place of fear. And that is definitely easier said than done. And there's definitely tools that you can use. And I do recommend the Course in Miracles. Just a wonderful, wonderful thing, wonderful tool to use. Not the textbook itself, but the workbook. There's a daily lesson, and basically what it does, it's very, very short lessons. It's like a few minutes a day. It's not that time intensive. But what those lessons do is they're contemplations lessons. So they train your brain in how to see the world, and it completely recontextualizes your point of view, and it deals with all your fears and resistance on the level of context. It's very, very powerful. So maybe you've heard about the Course in Miracles. I hear a lot of people have started and then didn't finish it. So I tell just do the workbook. The text really doesn't matter. The text is a little bit too heavy. There's some easier versions, but what really matters is the workbook. Okay, so here's what I've been learning in a nutshell, and this has been very, very transformative for my business. Everybody that comes to your life, the people, even the circumstances, it is happening all for you, and it's for a reason. Everything that occurs to you as bad or good is the same thing. It's all happening for you. The people that are coming into your life are coming to you because there is something you have not transformed. So you are basically asking for them. Like, say, for example, you have abandonment issues, and I did. What happens is that you're going to be attracting people into your life who are going to abandon you until you're able to transcend and transform and heal this part of you that was abandoned as a child, or that had some past life abandonment issues or whatever. So what you want to start seeing in every situation, this is how you start recontextualizing things. Every situation that is uncomfortable, or you get triggered, or you go into some negative emotion, some kind of anger or pride or fear or apathy even, or shame or guilt, what you want to ask yourself immediately when you get triggered, where you have somebody in your life you really don't like, it just triggers the heck out of you. What you want to ask yourself is not what's wrong and how can I fix myself. What you want to actually ask yourself is what's perfect about the situation. What's great about this? And you have to adopt a context of, you have asked for this person to show up so that something within you could heal and transform. Okay? So from this point of view, the people that trigger you are the ones you should be most grateful for and see it as an opportunity for your own healing. And here's another tool to this that I just heard recently in a book called Radical Forgiveness. I forget the author, but I'm going to look it up on my phone while I'm talking. Radical Forgiveness is the name of the book, and the author is Colin One thing he says is, if you spot it, you got it. You want to write this down. If you spot it, you got it. Meaning, if you have a judgment about somebody, like, oh my gosh, this person is so manipulative, so abrasive, so pushy, so salesy, whatever it is, the only reason you're getting triggered by that stuff and you're even noticing this stuff is that they are mirroring to you something you have not accepted and embraced fully in yourself. Okay? So, what you want to be doing is really noticing, oh, yeah, there's a part of me, even a small part or part that you have suppressed, that is manipulative, abrasive, pushy, or salesy, or whatever. You have not embraced that part of you. And then what you want to do is embrace it. And it's okay. Like, you want to accept and love that part of you. You really want to love that part of you. You don't want to suppress it anymore, because if you do, it's what's going to keep showing up in your life, in other people. They're going to be coming to you and showing you what you haven't dealt with. Okay? So that's in a nutshell. So that's step number 3, adopt a new context for life. So if you're not going to do the Course in Miracles, just remember this. Every time a triggering situation or a difficult situation shows up, it's for your own good. It's a lesson in life. There's no bad things happening to you. There's just lessons. Okay. So remember this. I know it's really hard to adopt, to see it that way when you're really in a muck of it and dealing with stuff, but really just look like what needs to be transformed, because there's magic in this. There's the biggest growth in this. Like, every time you get triggered, like right now, oh my gosh, what's happening? What have I not addressed? Okay. So I hope this helps. I will see you in the next video, where we're going to talk about how to deal with the weeds of your leadership. This is super exciting. I love dealing with this. So